All right, I'm back. Hope you guys are doing all right. All right, this is better. Wait for Nick to get on. See if we can do a live stream together. It's Sunday. Sunday already? I can't believe it's already Sunday. Where you at, Nick? All right, gotta go charge my phone. I got my lighter and stuff. Yeah, the attacks have been really bad. Attacks on the back of the head. I'm back. Yeah. These guys have been doing a number where they just do a lot of forcing. It's not even presenting an idea where I don't even react to it. And it's like what the hell? Like they force it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like trying to force. It's so stupid. It's like it doesn't make sense. Like they just force all this crap. You know, that is reinforcing. I'm sick of that guy. Hop on, Nick. They do this thing where they go across my forehead. Oh, it hurts. Oh crap, I spilled my coffee on that speed bump. Nice. Way to go. That sucks. Yeah, get the, like, I'll probably, I need to go to an eye doctor ASAP. Before I go on my trip, I have to go to an eye doctor for sure. Get my eyes checked before I go. My eyes have gotten really, really bad, dude. Dump this other crap. You guys. There he is. What up, Nick? Alright, let's add you to stream. What up, brother? Hey, the real one.
Good to see you.
Yep, the real one. The real deal.
Thank you.
It's the real deal right there. Love you, Nick. How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, no, I'm not okay, but I'm alive.
Yeah, same here.
Happy.
I think it's all about survival mode right now.
Well, that's one of the primary factors of trauma.
Yeah.
Is to keep fight or flight fear.
Yeah, it's definitely all about survival mode. You know, which I don't mind because I'm already humble in spirit. So they're not really taking away, you know, when I already show gratitude in all life. So they want to present the idea, you know, in some areas, I do understand, but for the most part, you know, I'm grateful for every little thing that I have. So it's not that difficult for me. You know, I'm just grateful I'm still alive.
Well, you can't steal anything from the person already happy with nothing.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to say. I appreciate that, brother. Thanks. You just took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, I get a lot of sensitization on my end, so it's really hard and difficult for me to express myself freely.
Yeah. Get a lot of the disgruntled jealousy.
Yeah, I get that too. So I get the disgruntled, jealousy, and I'm just like, God, dude.
It doesn't matter. I could find a pretty rock, and they would be mad.
Yeah, I know. I do the same thing. I'll like go arrowhead hunting and stuff like that, and they're like, bleh! And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh God. Oh, you should see him when I try to buy like a pair of underwear or soap. I'm like, oh my God. You look good. Where are you at now?
I'm still in Orlando. I just holding up here for a bit. I had a weird situation with my back going out on me.
Your back?
Yeah, it was weird. It's the weapons, they can make muscles cramp and other things happen.
Yeah, I know. So I've experienced just I'll be getting out of my car or putting on my seatbelt and I'll pull a muscle and I'll be like, what the hell? Like it throws off my whole day. Just trying to put on my seatbelt.
Yeah, it's like they've overamped the nervous system, or they confuse and muscle into thinking that it should be cramped up or something.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts.
Yeah, I know. No, it really does hurt. So I've tried the heating. The heating pad has done wonders for me.
Yeah. I find just a little bit of aspirin and meditation, just affirmations that you're doing good, body. Check in with your shoulder or your back, or like talk to it like it's a thing, because it's part of you, and it does respond when you talk to it. And I'll just thank my back, for always being so strong and supporting me, and putting up with this torture and bullshit as much as it does too. And I find that my body individually will respond to that kind of affirming talk. Uh-oh. Did we lose Christina again? Oh, no, there it is.
I'm back. I just got cut off. Yeah, the weather looks nice out there. Out here, it's real rainy. Yeah. We're getting all the weird weather. It's that time of the year, so.
Yeah, I dodged a rain band yesterday. You can see my tarps up.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some bad weather last night, but it was real late. So.
That. Holy balls!
Yeah, I know.
Push through there.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to relocate for a little bit. All I got to do is make sure the car is good to go, just with an oil change, and then I'll be on my way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Going back to the waters, dude, where like I just feel like it's what's best for me in spirit. To go back to the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely needing nature like crazy right now.
There's many days I ponder just that.
Yeah.
Hiking, backpacking, and in the woods, regardless of whether I wanted to be at that time or not.
Yeah.
And the energy of the environment has done so much to just be like a psychic battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Psychic buffer.
No, definitely.
Sleeping on the ground, being connected intimately with my environment. That has been a benefit, a consequence. It's been a benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
Never fuck with somebody who isn't afraid to be alone.
Yeah, like I don't mind. I do need the interaction though, but I don't mind because I'm kind of an extrovert introvert anyway. Yeah. I appreciate solitude and quietness.
Yeah. But at the same time, too much of that drives us crazy.
No, absolutely. So I really need the engaging in nature for sure.
The sharing of ideas, the creation of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like these guys, they've given me a real hard time. Especially with my, just wanting that peace out in nature. They really, what up, Zeta?
Hey, Zeta.
What up?
You doing, bro? But isolation is a tactic of the torture.
I agree.
But everything is, under the Geneva Convention, a form of torture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what do? They drive us to ground. They poison all of our friends against us. They poison our work environments against us. They poison our home environments against us.
Yeah.
The only choice we have, the only thing we have left is ourselves. Maybe.
Yeah, no, for
sure. Every day, literally, if you were to take the average day of a targeted individual, they're on any given day are no less than 20, 30 or more individual definable acts of torture against that individual.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
On any given day.
These guys couldn't handle it.
No, not even for a day. Not for a minute.
No way. No, absolutely not. Not even for one day, dude. No, I agree 100%.
But I'm real. Back to, or sorry, just is it the new shield design.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So I've been trying to work on a good way to modulate a ZVS driver. Back in the day, Vulcan Wolverine came up with a ZVS shield, and we were talking about it, and it really came down to the antenna and the driver, albeit powerful, needed a certain kind of coil, and
Yeah.
there still needed some way to audio modulate it to put programming on there.
Okay.
But I just didn't have quite the knowledge and everything yet to do that. So I'd been working on other projects which were more complicated but did a great job too, and eventually will be what I do, but they're just not ready yet. But this is an old school, 70s 40s method of doing it that works even with old accounts from from old targeted individuals and groups. Again, it's not 100% thing, but if
Yeah.
you can down 30 to 50% or make it harder some way for them in any way, I call that a small win.
Yeah, for
Even if
sure.
it is 100% or even perceptively effective, it does fuck with the tech.
Yeah.
And I mean, it has to. I mean, this stuff's all radio based, whether it's modern, sophisticated radio or not. It is still a radio.
No, absolutely.
So anyway, what I've done is I've been able to simplify the ZVS to just 4 parts, and
Yeah.
the audio driver to 3 parts. And it runs off of a USB-C plug or anything under 20 volts or under.
Yeah.
And the idea is I've been checking on Amazon, and I can make 10 of them for a little over $100.
Oh,
It's
really?
hard for me to just make one and show everybody and then start making them. But
Yeah.
like the capacitors come in a lot of 20, and if I can get, or like even the module, the chips come in packages of 10, so I need one package of the capacitors, 2 packages of the IGBT driver, 1 package of the MOSFETs, which come in 10. So I mean, just the way it is parsed on Amazon, it's easy for me to order parts for 10, and I can assemble those pretty quick. And this reason I'm designing it this way is it'll do more too. It could be worn as a mobile to run on a battery, little USB battery, or you could set it up at your house with a little more power and have full antenna array. A loop around the ceiling, a loop around the ground. There's your concentrated field that you're sitting in. So then you can modulate that field that you're in with your solfeggio music, things that you have control over. And when it comes to signal heterodyning, what they're doing is 2 high frequencies where the beams cross. The lower frequency component is heterodyned out of the air. So if they're hitting you with those 2 beams and you introduce a third field in the middle, well, now that fucks up the first 2 notes, and the heterodyned note in the area shifts out of frequency, thus protecting you. Or you could think of it as 2 dissonant notes. 2 notes on the keyboard that just sound like crap together. But if you add the right third note, suddenly it sounds passably pleasant. Kind of like that. You're adding the third note. And there's a lot more to do than just this. But getting a fundamental shield that can be later programmed to do the rest of it when I get those things built, like the sensors, the recording devices, and other meters, the real high quality meters, but just made out of the parts, so it's not expensive to make. I'm not making profit off of any of this, nor do I need to. This is necessary life-saving stuff. I mean, all I need help with is parts. I'm basically trying to do all the really hard stuff and make it easy. As long as I still got coffee and cigarettes, I think I'll be okay. What do we got? How's your day treating you, Zeth? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It'd be nice to get a bunch of the community together on a live stream and try to discuss our options and pool our resources, efforts, and knowledge based on what I've already got going here, so that we can, do something palpable for everybody, something that's actionable. Yep. I already know, bro. You do too, bro. Yeah, now if only I could find this micro leak on my air mattress. It's slowly leaking, and it's so small I can't hear where it is. And there's too much background high pitched noise for me to be able to put my ear up close and try to hear where it's coming from. Yeah. Yeah, the sun's finally up. Feels good when that hits me, even if it's just through the trees. But Zeth, if you get a chance, jump on the chat here. Let's all get together.
My phone does not like me today. Hey, Nick. I'm back. You look great.
Oh, thanks. Still here.
Yay. Yeah, it is. It's another day in paradise, bro.
I know, right? Glitch after glitch, workaround after workaround.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it seems like these guys, they really don't like my kind out here for
I have a feeling, now that the random thought just popped in, the FBI has been caught now, hands down, pants down, with the January 6th.
racism on my end, especially where I live at. It's real difficult when you're not from here. I deal with a lot of just oppressed energy. That, I get a lot of the projection, out here, which is understandable.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if somebody was saying it to you,
but at the same time, it's quite difficult.
and so it constantly forces your the thought process
it's a
to
lot. It's a lot different. So I feel like I get a lot of cultural indifferences, which
yeah.
makes a lot of things
No, I get that.
just being, who I am. They make it really difficult for me to be in my state of being, especially being a woman. So I get a lot of the womanizing BS. I feel like it's just at times too overbearing. Um,
Yeah,
where
this
I'm
massaging
needing,
miles. That's
yeah,
why.
I'm needing that protective masculine. Um, I think it's a lot easier. It's like I've said it numerous times, it's like walking up to a female deer and screaming, saying, "Fight me." It's just like there's no logic in it. It doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
yeah.
Um,
They weren't gonna. If they're gonna be food, why provoke it? I mean, it's yeah. That's a
yeah,
great. What
it's
the
so
fuck?
stupid. Yeah. It's just too much toxic, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah. Like in the head, to like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. Like to move forward, it's just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult to
No, it's
explain
really ridiculous.
beyond
Yeah.
example. What do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? It's difficult to outright describe what's happening. I mean, it's hard for me to, but
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
easier if you can express it as hyperbole or anecdotally. It's I mean it's like the
Yeah.
only way to try to even communicate it. I mean, even to another target.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
I mean, if I were to just start repeating, what they're saying in my head, not only would it be potentially embarrassing, but it wouldn't make a heck of a lot of sense. I mean, hell, it
Oh,
makes almost no
absolutely.
sense to me either. And
Yeah, no,
it's only
absolutely.
disjointed like 7 out of 10 words.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, and I get like, I mean, these guys will just do on my end, if people like could see, they'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's very it becomes very overwhelming at times. Um and overbearing, where I'm just like, okay, it's not even on my end, it's not even presenting an idea. Like I said before, it's just forcing, reinforcing. It's just a lot of toxic testosterone. Like, just it's too much. It's gross.
Yeah.
And these guys are just, doing a number.
Fuck these clowns.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, something I've said. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, it is too much. It was too much 10 years ago. It was too much 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Dude, I don't have words for
Yeah,
where
I
we're at.
just want to be able to take that breath in and exhale. Like,
I
that's
know.
it. Just
Yep,
exhale
yep, that's it.
and just say, okay, you're okay, everything's cool. All right.
I know.
Like, that's what I want to do. But I just feel like these guys are just like all day.
Yep,
And I'm like,
exactly.
oh my God. Yeah, I
I
mean,
didn't
it's just
understand it
constant.
until decades later. But when I
Yeah,
was 15, I would call them the peanut gallery because I knew it wasn't me. It wasn't anything that was a part of me, but they were always cruel voices. I always like it
yeah, for
sounded like there were
sure.
5 or more of them at that time, like a whole, bunch of them. But
Yeah,
they'd always pop up talking shit, explaining what I was doing. They're like, "Oh, he's walking down the street. Oh, step on a crack, break your mother's back." Uh,
yeah.
but
No, it's
they'd
just
say
stupid.
that like the part of like is like, oh, but only like a month earlier. Anyway, and they're all like, they'll say, "Oh, see, he's gonna stop at the bar. He's gonna
Yeah,
stop here." But then I'd say, I was going to, but I
yeah,
wouldn't say that
right.
myself. Then I go to the next one, and they're like, "Oh, you're wrong," and then they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Man, you just cost me $10,000 or some shit," like they were betting
Uh,
on. And it's like this whole peanut gallery that won't shut the fuck up.
yeah, I know. It's like I'll be like looking around and sometimes I'll catch myself going, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh yeah, there have been days where I have been screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean,
No,
there,
it's
there comes a
ridiculous.
point where you don't give a fuck how crazy you look. You're just doing everything you can to fucking keep your shit together.
Yeah, exactly. Where I'm like, "Oh my God." Like it gets to be too much for the most part. Where I'm yeah, I like a vacation or something. This is ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah. I'm definitely tired of walking on the eggshells though, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely sure did.
No, what I do know is the FBI, their confidential informant squads are very much
Yeah.
involved in all of this. And it goes higher, it goes wider. But if you want to like, connect a direct line,
Yeah.
target individual, citizen informant, goon squads, FBI, CIA, on through DOD, etc. With this whole January 6th thing coming out now, with all the footage and everything, that no, it was all fake. It was all FBI, citizen informant, whatever crews. And then it's going to come out, I'll bet you. What else are they doing? And then, oh, you've been doing this to citizens? Wait, you've been doing this to citizens for decades? Yeah, I think it's just going to all be a house of cards crumbling down over the next year. I think there's going to be a huge piece of information that comes out
Yeah.
that, the tribunals, and they've been working on this for some time now, and it's just going to, the floodgates are going to open. I mean, you
Yeah.
and I have seen the trickle turning into a stream,
Yeah.
into a little river,
Yeah, I
a
agree.
dam of information breaches. I mean, imagine how much, remember how much was going on 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Not. Well, even 10 years ago, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
15 years ago, oh, the smallest amount of information. 20
Yeah,
years ago, oh, you had to look
exactly.
real hard to find anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it took, 15, 20 years ago, all we really had to go on were the stories of the guys that could pick up the, radios with their fillings. Oh,
Yeah,
and those
right.
FBI TV trucks.
I've
Remember
walked
the
by a
FBI
radio.
TV trucks?
Oh my God, I've done
So
that.
you get back
It
long
was a
enough, even
long time
still,
ago.
the
It
rumor
was years
rumor circles
ago.
back to FBI.
It was years ago. I walked by a radio and it was in a store and it was like I was like man.
Oh, that reminds me. When I went up to Apopka,
Yeah.
to Axhole, where they've got a neat little crew there. They sell beer and throw axes. It's a good time. But anyhow, he's got an old school. I mean, we're not talking like 80s. We're talking like 50s um, TV screen, old TV. But it's an
Yeah.
old one. It still has tubes, but
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
work. But it still turns on, and the TV makes static.
Yeah.
And so I was watching, just mesmerized by the static, and I could see the pulse patterns. Every
Yeah.
time I felt it, I could see it in the TV. If I walked away from it,
Yeah.
it would still have it, but not as pronounced, like it was following me. And now the TV is in the edge of the field.
Yeah.
So I go next to the TV again, which is just, 6 inches from me on the other side of the window front glass. And I could see it pulse patterning. In fact, I could even hear a pronounced chirping, like
Yeah.
there's some sort of echo and feedback. Because I know that old school tech, the old tubes, the old AM radios, that shit has an effect on it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like I remember back in the day, plasma speakers. As a truck driver, you could get a like 1,000-watt linear amplifier and do what's called bottom load your antenna. So 27 megahertz is CB, so your antenna is long. But what they do is they shorten it by coiling a bunch of it up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Called a bottom loaded antenna. So you fire that with heavy modulation, crank the power up to Stupidville, like 1,000 watts or more.
Exactly.
And the antenna, you can hear the voice coming off the smegging antenna, like the antenna is the speaker now.
Yeah.
And do that in like haunted houses, like old school stuff. And so a lot of these tricks that they play are just weaponized haunted house stupid shit.
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. I call it when they start doing the spook shit.
Yeah. Well, that's why the FBI and CIA are called spooks anyway, right?
Yeah.
What they do? Now, if they could verify that everybody on the list was legitimately a truly dangerous person, okay. But I'm willing to bet that when that list comes out, the one with our names on it,
Yeah.
we're gonna find out that not a goddamn dangerous person was on that list. Not one person that met even the minimumest of requirements to even be seen by the FISA courts.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the only court in the land that you're not even allowed to A, know what's going on, B, that you even have a warrant or anything, C, you're not even allowed to be there to represent yourself. And that's what makes a targeted individual. So now all the mechanics before or after how you got there, was it a couple of enemies that got together with a bunch of people they paid gift cards to write affidavits and lie?
Yeah, exactly.
Or did they literally already hire a quarter of the population, and many of them were just narcissistic smegheads using the systems for their own person?
Yeah, exactly.
And now everybody has to go along with it because, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing, and that's just what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Or did they just pick a bunch of people at random? Or are they only doing it to people that get a schizophrenic diagnosis? Or did people find out that they could open up insurance claims against people that if they died, and then they get them put on the fucking terrorist watch list, knowing that they'll eventually commit suicide or some other stupid bullshit, and then collect the money anyway? How deep does this rabbit hole goes? I mean, those are all absolute facets of being a targeted individual. I can't wait. I mean, the best and only way that I see this coming out is the list coming out, And everybody involved, of course, the higher ups, the very top of the pyramid, so to speak, should absolutely be executed. But the rest of them should be rounded up. Everybody that's involved should be rounded up and be put in their own city. They can't leave, like Escape from New York style. They live their lives, they're in jail, they're incarcerated, they have a scheduled life, and the technology is used on them, keeping them in line for the rest of their life in this one little city that they're only allowed to be in. Better than an internment camp. And I think it's humane and appropriate, but they will forever know what they've done and be segregated from the rest of the world. I mean, there's a part of me that struggled very hard with the notion of just fucking execute every last one of those motherfuckers. But I am a God loving man, and I think mercy is important, something these assholes simply do not understand. I don't believe it's possible for a reptilian, whether metaphorically speaking, because they're a narcissistic fuckwad, or literally they're a alpha draconian reptile. I don't think they are capable of understanding mercy, or even love for that matter. But they have certainly proven they do not deserve public interaction. They've lost that right. Hell, send them all to China. See how they like that. Still with us, Christina? There we are. I pushed the wrong button.
Off a mountain. So yeah, but these dudes have just been like tacking like uh the backside a lot, like these past 2-3 weeks now. It's just been just never ending, just really excruciating, honestly.
Yeah, they keep telling me I need a hobby.
A
No,
hobby.
hobby. And this ain't it.
This ain't it.
This ain't it.
Yeah, this definitely isn't it for sure.
I just realized I have a tripod. Why am I not using it? Instead of just using my shoes. You carry a thing, you might as well use a thing. Oh, wait, that's not going to work for the thing. Derp. Yep, there we go. Now we're getting closer. There. Now my charge cable won't get all bungered up. Let's do this. Okay, hopefully I don't bung this one up again. Oh, no. I always push the wrong button. There we go. Come on. There. That's a little better. That is great. I can almost use this as a green screen. I wish I could screen share with this. I could show you all the stuff I'm working on. Well, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to offer my opinion. I'm frustrated because it looks like I have to spend my money on a new air mattress instead of on some prototype pulsers. I could make 10 of them and just distribute them to 10 people and we can communicate on how to use them and what to do. The idea is that I could educate, you know, 10 other people to make 10 more, and then everybody can make them. They're not hard to do. I mean, I could probably in a few days put 10 together and have them shipped out by the end of the week. Raw. There we go. Coffee. Uh, Whee! I don't know if I'm going to sit the rest of the today in the bush or head into town. It is Sunday, so